What's up guys, Jam here. Today we'll be covering Emilia and Rom's very bumpy master-servant relationship side story. Tap it, you're killing me with these titles, man. This side story will be safe for anime onlys and is a sequel to the first Emilia and Rom side story. I'll leave a link to it in the comments section if you have not seen it yet. With that being said, let's get right into the side story. We open with Emilia practicing her singing at night with Rom. Emilia, you're not putting your full effort into singing this evening. Emilia held the bucket to her chest and looked down. You can tell then? Yes, Rom can tell. Her eyes and ears are first class after all. Also, you've dropped the bucket several times now. Yeah, that's right. I've been rude to Bucket Sensei too. Emilia, time is limited and precious. Training that cuts into sleeping time is bad for your appearance as well. Don't forget this sacrifices Rom and Emilia's beauty for tomorrow. I feel very badly about that, but is it really that terrible? Indeed, it will be one of the greatest losses in the world. Rem is worried about it as well. That is bad, isn't it? I'm very sorry. Emilia looked very disheartened as her shoulders sagged. Even her long elf ears drooped. Ah, very well then. If there's something you're worried about, please tell me. You don't mind? After all, Lord Roswell has instructed me to attend to your every need. Emilia's growth was important to Roswell, so it was important to Rom. So it was no trouble at all, she thought. Actually, I wanted to talk to you a little about Subaru. Ugh. That helpful posture crumbled away with the next word. Lately, Subaru has been helping out with various things around the mansion, right? So I was thinking I would like to thank him somehow, but there's nothing Subaru wants, and when I try to thank him, he tries to pass it off with a joke like, I don't need a single thing, your smile is enough. So instead of trying to ask him, I decided I would think of something myself. Rom, are you actually listening? Emilia, burning with motivation, was starting to frown at Rom's listless replies. Rom, however, was the one who was ready to explode. Her impression of Subaru was very complex and troublesome. Subaru had done a lot of good for them. He saved Emilia at the capital and solved the mob beast incident. But he worked his way into the heart of her beloved little sister Rem, and he was an obnoxiously loud boy. So you see, Rom is listening properly, but her will to give a proper answer is diminishing. You're saying that sort of thing again. You're sort of like Subaru in that way. Emilia, there are things you should say and things that you shouldn't say. Apologize. Even though Rom said the same thing to me earlier. Emilia apologized, but the look on her face showed that she didn't agree with it. Rom accepted the apology and continued. In the end, Emilia, what is it that you would actually like to do? Actually, I'm not sure. Say, a while ago, Subaru made a big fuss over trying to make mayonnaise, right? Do you remember? How could Rom forget? Storing and replenishing it somehow became Rom's job. Subaru had introduced mayonnaise to the Roswell domain recently. Rom did not like how it tasted at all, but Emilia and Beatrice loved it. So replenishing the stock had become part of Rom's daily work. Remembering that, Rom's blood starts to boil. Why does she have to do this extra work? Subaru was really excited over that mayonnaise, and if we could make him that happy again, I think that would be a way to thank him. So, isn't there something you can think of? Something Rom can think of? If we knew something about Subaru's hometown or something like that, I thought it might give us an idea. Rom folded her arms as there was very little they knew about Subaru, which made him more suspicious in her eyes, but Roswell had no problem with him, so Rom obliged. Well, from his appearance, Rom would guess that Barasu's from somewhere outside of Lagunica, a rich kid from a wealthy family in some country. That's what I think as well. Secretly, I was trying my best to figure out where he comes from, and I read a lot of books, but from your expression, Rom takes it the result wasn't favorable. I wondered if he wasn't from Kararagi. Subaru sometimes uses odd expressions, but it's not really the Kararagi accent. Rom sighs and proposes just asking Subaru directly. If we did that, the whole point of this plan would be ruined. It's important that Subaru doesn't find out. I talked with Puck about it too. You didn't have to go that far. Rom, you made a really scary face just now. Rom shakes her head as whenever Puck is involved, Emilia's will to complete something becomes more troublesome. Since it's Barasu, Rom thinks he would be very happy no matter what Emilia gives to him. It wouldn't do for Rom to be taking Subaru's jokes seriously too. He won't answer me honestly after all. It's her own fault, Barasu. After all, you're joking around. She won't believe what you say now. Emilia, Rom doesn't know the taste of Barasu's hometown, but perhaps she can tell you a way to make him happy. Really? How can we do that? The mayonnaise that Barasu likes, there's a way to make it taste even better. At Rom's words, Emilia's eyes lit up and the bucket in her arms fell to the floor. You know, Rom, I'm still not sure why I've been called here and it's scaring me. Stay quiet and seated, Barusu. Nothing bad is going to happen. When you say it like that, it's even more scary. Okay, don't glare at me. Ram had forced Subaru to sit in the dining room without telling him a single thing. The boy in the butler outfit was utterly confused, but he smelled something nice. Oh, that's kind of a nice smell. When he turned in the direction of the smell, he was greeted by Emilia pushing a cart with a silver tray on top. Emilia? Sorry to keep you waiting. Just kidding. As though she were trying to imitate Ram or Rem, Emilia spoke a little humbly before sticking her tongue out teasingly. Is it alright if I ask what the occasion is? Ho, a very good question indeed. This is, in fact, Ram's and my everyday expression of thanks to Subaru. What? Wait, why is Ram surprised too? What's going on here? Yes, please explain this, Emilia. Ram expressing thanks to Barusu? Ram can't see what you mean at all. There's simply no way. That's taking it a little far, isn't it? That's right, I know you're a little embarrassed, Ram, but still. Anyway, this is proof of our thanks. So hurry up and open it, Subaru. Oh, got it. I gratefully accept Emilia's kind feelings and Ram's rare gratitude. Before Ram could tell Barusu he did not have her permission, Subaru took the lid off. Steamed potatoes? Not just any steamed potatoes, these are steamed potatoes specifically crafted by Ram and I. Subaru starts digging in. No way, this is... Yes, that's right, you can tell, so you can tell, right? It has lots of mayonnaise in the middle, but baked potato? It's a baked potato. That's it, it's a baked potato, but that's not all. As Subaru called out the name of a food that she had never heard of, Emilia's face broke into a happy smile. Then the two of them, speaking together, turned towards Ram. The seasoning is just right. At those radiant faces and voices, Ram's bad mood vanished completely. Well, of course, Ram's steamed potatoes are the second most delicious in the world after all. And there's just a little more to the story. Sister, I heard from Emilia. Together with Emilia, you treated Subaru to the greatest steamed potatoes or something. It's not like that, Rem. That wasn't my intention at all. No, it's fine. To know sisters being kind to Subaru makes Rem very happy as well. If she's a little bit lonely about it, that's just Rem being selfish. Rem smiled and walked away. Ram could not believe that Rem had talked to her like that. Barusu, this cannot be forgiven. For the next couple of days, Ram was determined to oppress Subaru. And that sums up the Emilia and Ram's very bumpy master-servant relationship side story. A solid follow-up to the last Emilia and Ram side story. It was very wholesome how Emilia wanted to repay Subaru for all the things he's done for her. It was also very funny to see how Ram feels about Subaru and the way that she treats him. I can't blame her for being suspicious of Subaru and being overprotective of Rem being in love with him. Ram continues to be one of my favorite characters in the series and she keeps getting better and better. With that being said, let me know what you guys thought of the side story in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching and I hope you all have a great day.